At this year's CES in Las Vegas, ride-sharing company Lyft debuted self-driving cars in partnership with automotive tech giant Aptiv. This kind of innovation keeps Lyft a worthy competitor to Uber, and it earned Lyft a spot on our disruptor list, came in at number 5. This morning, Lyft announcing a $100 million investment for driver support centers, where drivers can get things like low-cost oil changes and serviced car washes. Joining us right now to talk about all of this is Raj Kapoor. He is Chief Strategy Officer at Lyft. And Raj, thanks for being here today.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
Let's talk about the news first. This $100 million investment in these service centers for drivers. What exactly is it and why?
So, we had a great year this year, going from 20% to 35% market share, and a lot of that is because of the experience that both passengers and drivers have. So this is our way of doubling down, especially for drivers. We talk to drivers, and we know that what matters to them is to have a place that they can park and rest and have access to bathrooms and be able to figure out what their next move is, light servicing and maintenance. These are things that we want to provide to drivers. It's really important.
How much of this is a game where you're constantly looking at the competition, Uber, and thinking we have to take them on, or do you think that this is a market that can really, over the long term, supply or have enough room for more than one big competitor in the space?
There is so much growth in this market. We really focus on the passenger and the driver, and that's been guiding us since the beginning. We don't just talk about our values. We've been acting on our values proactively without thinking about what other people are doing, whether it's the Roundup and Donate program, providing relief rides. Now, every single ride on Lyft is carbon offset, 100%. Those are steps that we've been taking proactively. We are still at a very infant stage of this ride-sharing market. 0.5% of vehicle miles traveled are ride-sharing. We have a long way to go. Our vision about making cities around people versus cars is happening. We think the key is around autonomous, electric, shared, on-demand rides. That's what the vision is, and we are just scratching the surface.
You know, I see that you have more than doubled your rides that have been taken since 2017. Part of that is because you've been grabbing market share. I think it's now about 35% market share that you have. How much have you benefited from Uber's missteps and the big problems they've had?
You know, the key for us is to focus on our values we're founder-led. They've had those values before they started the company. They continue to be there. It's reflected in what we do and the experience. So I think our awareness has grown. As we've grown the awareness, there's a virtuous cycle. More drivers mean better times. More passengers means more drivers. So that virtuous cycle has been working for us.
The big problem, though, with all of these companies that offer ride-sharing services like this has just been the amount of cash burn. When do you think you become profitable?
So this is something that there is a lot of cash that's spent in this category because there's so much growth that's there. If we can accelerate the growth of this, and like I said, our penetration is so low, it makes sense to continue to invest into growing rides, into growing passengers. There's so much innovation that we can bring to market, whether it's autonomous, whether it's increasing the number of rides around being shared. So we should continue to invest in that.
But Raj, just getting back to the point, the reason so many companies there are willing to burn so much cash right now and to throw so much at it in the early stages to gain growth is because it may be a situation like Amazon where the biggest player wins, right? The guy who is there and is able to take the most of market share and be most forefront in consumers' mind is the one who's going to win at the end of the day. Is there fault in my logic there?
Well, we are absolutely going towards winning, and we're well on the way that's there. But if you look at the market, you'll see that on a regional basis, there is more than one player that's typically succeeding and thriving there. I don't think this is a monopoly. I think there are more than one that can succeed.
Let's talk about autonomous vehicles. How far down the road do you think that is, at least for it to be used by Lyft?
You know, what's exciting is you mentioned earlier that we have a partnership with Aptiv. We have an open approach to autonomous development. We have a partnership also with Magna, the largest North American Tier 1. And what we've done with Aptiv, as an example, is already launched in Las Vegas. So today, you go into Las Vegas and you can get an autonomous Lyft with a safety driver that will take you from hotel to hotel there. So it's already started. It's going to be a slow and gradual rollout, but it has begun. Partners like Waymo have already started driverless as well in Arizona, and all of that is continuing. So you will see the rollout begin as of 2018.
Raj, I want to thank you for your time today, and congratulations, number 5 on our disruptor list. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay. For more on CNBC's 2018 disruptors list, you can go to cnbc.com/disruptors.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.